Lecture 12, the series of lectures on Pakistan studies. Our today's topic is Lahore Resolution, which is also known as Pakistan Resolution. This resolution was presented in the 27th annual session of Pakistan All India Muslim League in Lahore, in a very vast ground which is known as Iqbal Park. Priorly it was known as Minto Park. Before we go into the detail of knowing about the history of this resolution, when and where and why was it presented, what is its importance. So the first question is, why was it presented? When we use the word why, that means definitely we need to explore the reasons behind the political or historical event. Why was it presented? Because roundtable conference had ended without producing any any reconciliation between Hindus and Muslims. 1935 India Act had already been rejected by Congress and Muslim League, though it was implemented. Under 1937 Act, 1937 general elections held in India, Muslim League could not perform well in the elections and Congress swept the elections, got landslide victory, formed its governments in 11 provinces. In 8 provinces they formed coalition, they formed direct government, and in 3 provinces they formed a coalition government. From 1937 to 1939, the Congress ministries adopted the policies which were detrimental to the interests of the Muslims. Muslim League also exposed the involvement of Congress and Hindu extremist elements in the Hindu-Muslim rights under the auspices of Congress in Pirpur report, in Sharif report, in Bengal and Bihar respectively. Second World War had commenced in September 1913. When Second World War started, the British Prime Minister announced that India is at war with Germany. However, Congress leadership rejected it and they again exerted full pressure upon the British government for self-rule. They presented some demands, self-rule and the participation of the Indians in the Viceroy Executive Council. Muslim League also presented the demands that the 1/3 representation must be given to the Muslims. No bill must be passed in the Assembly or in Viceroy Executive Council without the support of the related concerned sect or the group or community. So communalism further expanded during this period after the war. So in the beginning, when the war broke out, in the beginning, Hitler made a blitzkrieg on Norway and Sweden and Scandinavian states. Blitzkrieg means the lightning war, because he ordered his army, his navy, his air force to attack simultaneously upon Northern Europe and Western Europe. So war was at its peak. In 1940, Great Britain and allies were in a very hot waters and they were not even to cool the situation. In the meanwhile, Congress was preparing to exert more and more pressure. Gandhi was becoming infuriated. So Muslim League held its 27th session in Lahore. This annual session was presided over by Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Delegations from all parts of India, they participated. Begum Muhammad Ali Johar represented UP and Muslim minority provinces where Hindus were in majority. Nawab Aurangzeb came from KPK, Qazi Muhammad Isa represented Balochistan. Qazi Muhammad Isa established Pakistan All India Muslim League in 1939 in Quetta. He laid the foundation. Sir Abdullah Hussain, Sir Ghulam Hussain Hidayatullah, they came from Sindh. Maulana Zafar Ali Khan from Punjab, they were the main representatives. The Bengalis were being represented by Maulvi Abul Qasim Fazl Haq, and Maulvi Abul Qasim Fazl Haq was the mover for Pakistan resolution. He presented resolution on 21st March 1940 in the annual session of All India Muslim League. In his resolution, he floated the idea, quote, regions in which the Muslims are numerically a majority, as in the northwestern and eastern zone of India, should be grouped to constitute independent states in which the constituent units shall be autonomous and sovereign. His resolution was seconded by Begum Muhammad Ali Johar, Maulana Zafar Ali Khan from Punjab, Nawab Aurangzai, Qazi Isa, and Sir Abdullah Haroon. This resolution was adopted on 24th March after a thorough and deliberation. When it was presented, it was named as Lahore Resolution. However, this resolution was named by the press as Pakistan Resolution, so we used to call it Pakistan Resolution. When we go into the context of this resolution was the outcome of the policies of Congress and their stubborn attitude for the Muslim. They did not want to give any concession to the Muslims. Since 1928 onward, they had been adamant that Congress was the only representatives of the Muslims, and in 1935 India Act even was rejected, but later they participated in the elections and made their governments. When they formed their governments, these governments and their policies actually became very important for the Muslims, and they now came forth and they brought this resolution. This content of the resolution has two important points. One is northwestern Muslim majority areas and eastern zones. When we use the word eastern zones, that means the currently Bangladesh. So Maulvi Fazl Haq actually demanded that these Muslim majority provinces could be amalgamated into one Muslim state, and that Muslim state would work as an autonomous state. Second important point is it was to be confederation, not federation. When we use the word federation, that means there is an agreement that they will work under some political, social arrangement or constitution. When we use the word confederation, the opponent of this resolution always argued that it was confederation, not federation demanded. So confederation means that every entity, every administrative unit, province would be autonomous and sovereign. So this is the main point that the students of history must consider and ponder. At the end of the adoption of this resolution, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah gave his presidential address on 24th March 1940. In his address, he elaborated at length why Muslim League has presented this resolution. And his address also elaborated the two-nation theory. It's interesting to note that Jinnah did not talk about two-nation theory since 1905 when he joined Congress. Now, since 1905 to 1940, Jinnah always made efforts for Hindu-Muslim unity, we find only one sentence, the parting of ways after the rejection of his 14 points. But he has always been protagonist and supporter of two-nation theory of unity of India. This time, he made it clear that Muslims are separate nation. They had majority in some geographical regions. They had a separate language. So he said, if we want to declare Muslims as a separate nation, according to the definition of a nation, so the nation needs three things: geographical regions. He also explained if they needed history, Muslims had history. If they needed population, Muslims had population. And very famous quote of Jinnah, that our religion is different from Hindu religion. We believe in oneness of Allah, and Hindus believe in multiplicity of God. We believe in philosophy of Islam. They believe in philosophy of Hinduism and transmigration of soul. We believe in day hereafter and forever life after death. So that was the elaboration which he made. This resolution was passed at a time when Hindus were demanding self-rule, and British government might come under an under a pressure being exerted upon them. But Muslim League sent very clear message to the British government that Muslims were not agreed accept the separation of India. So if we talk about the significance of this movement sent very clear message that was based on the idea of Iqbal for separate homeland in 1930 Allahabad address. Chaudhry Rahmat Ali, a student of Cambridge University in 1933, proposed the name of that homeland, Pakistan, and now Muslim League adopted it as a resolution. So it was first time in the history of India that Muslim League adopted very clear course for separation of India. Their standpoint now had become clear crystal that Muslims would not be agreed less than Pakistan. So this was the press, Indian press published the headline on 23rd March that Muslim League had passed a resolution which is Pakistan resolution. So it's a historical fallacy in our history that we say that Pakistan resolution and was passed on 23rd March. Actually, it was passed on 24th March 1940. Khurshid Kamal Aziz, K.K. Aziz, has written his book, The Murder of History, that there are historical fallacies in the history of Pakistan, and he puts this example of the 23rd March that this resolution was adopted. Actually, he made it clear that a resolution was adopted on 24th March. This resolution actually set very clear destination for the Muslims of India. Now they know that they are working for the achievement of their separate homeland. Congress rejected it. The leadership of Congress refused to accept any demand and any action of the partition of India. British newspapers, Telegram and others, they didn't give any importance to it. They just passed a little, they considered it just a news that a political party of India had passed a resolution for separation of India. However, this resolution is most important for the India and Muslims, because on the basis of this resolution, the future struggle was to be carried out, and Muslim League always took the stance that any compromise without Pakistan wasn't possible. Important questions about this: why was this resolution presented? What was its main content of the resolution, and what the historians say about it? And the last question is, was Pakistan resolution important in the history of India and Pakistan? So you should follow these questions and build up your answer accordingly. Keep on subscribing my channel Dr. Nasir Hussain for getting fresh videos on fresh topics of history of Pakistan. Thank you.